So you want to try out FusionAuth, and we have a community edition that you can totally try out for free. We've even included passkeys, so I'm going to show you how to get up and running really quickly and add passkeys to your account in FusionAuth. So once you get out to our download page, we have a variety of different options that you can get started with FusionAuth. I'm going to choose Docker Compose because I find it the easiest to use. I'm going to copy the new commands and then open up the terminal. Once I have the terminal open, I'm going to make a new folder just called FusionAuth. I'm going to probably make it 2 because I'm sure I have plenty of them out there. So once I cd into FusionAuth 2, I'm going to paste those curl commands to download it and then compose up. So now that FusionAuth is up and running, as we can see here, it's listing on port 9011. I'm going to go ahead and jump back over to my browser, localhost 9011. And here you can get to the admin wizard. So this gets you into your initial setup wizard for FusionAuth. So I'm just gonna say admin. We'll do admin at example.com, password, super secure. Go ahead and accept the license agreement. We'd love to have you on our optional email address. So if you want to do that, I always love word of mouth. Talk to us. Yeah. So you can tell I've done this once or twice. But once I'm in the application here, there's a couple different things that you should notice. We have a default tenant that will come out. So that's our default. And that's what's running that's what's running the admin UI and everything else FusionAuth itself. And then the application is also called FusionAuth. But what we really want to do is, let's say, set up a Next.js site or something like that. So we want a new application. We're going to create and say Next, or how about my awesome Next.js site. Cool. So now that we have that, we also need OAuth, and it looks like we're all set there. We have OAuth. And then the thing down here that's really interesting is WebAuthn. Okay, so we enable WebAuthn, and let's just go ahead and hit save. Now, you see that this pops up. WebAuthn is now available with a free community license. Navigate to the Reactor page. So it's a warning that's going to come out. And what we need to do is click this to go to our Reactor page. Our Reactor page has a few more details, but the quick and easy part of that is to just click here to get started. So that's going to pop open our login to FusionAuth. And I'm going to pretend as though I don't have an account yet. So I'm going to go ahead and create one. So now, as you can see, I logged in under a brand new account and I'm just getting set up. So this is identical to what you should be seeing if you just set up a FusionAuth account. We're at account.fusionauth.io and it should be at /account/plan. And you'll see here, I just want to run a community license. That's my current plan. And here's my license key. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that license key. And then I'm going to jump back over to my new instance and I'm going to paste that in. So now I can activate this. Okay, so now that I have added my new license key to the Reactor, I can actually go into tenants and set up WebAuthn. So by default, this is not something that's set up. If we edit the tenants, usually you'll see this screen. You can go to WebAuthn. If I click enabled, we should be all set. So I usually flip on debug enabled. You'll want the bootstrap settings. If you run into problems, let me just show you. If you click any like this and hit save, there's actually some requirements in here with cross-platform authenticators that are required. So you can either do platform only or cross-platform only to restrict authenticators that can be removed from the client device. So I usually do platform only, and we should be all set with re-authentication as well. So I'm going to click save. And at this point, we're going to create a new application. So within FusionAuth, we have our default instance of FusionAuth application, but now I'm going to go ahead and create a new one. And I'm going to call this my awesome Next.js site. At this point, I want to go over to WebAuthn, and we need to enable it within the application itself. And we also want the bootstrap and re-authentication settings set, so we're good there. I can go ahead and save this now, and let's set up registration. Sorry, I totally did not turn it on. So self-registration needs to be on, and once that's set, now we should have the endpoint. So let's go ahead and click View, and we have our registration URL right here. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'm going to open up a new incognito window and go directly to that URL. So you see our OAuth 2 registration endpoint. Here's a registration screen. If you ever need to return to login, this will take you to the OAuth 2 login, but I'm just going to add our standard Richard at example.com. You'll see here we get the prompt for the Passkey login. So I'm going to name this one just like something like Alex for now. And you could even put Alex on Brave browser, something like that. And I'm going to click register. Now you'll see that this pop-up comes up, and this is actually for the iCloud option. There's other options that you can list out as well. So I'm just going to click open password options for now. And I'm going to click the Brave profile for this one. So I can create a passkey directly in Brave. This is the same as you would do with Chrome or any other browser. And then I'm going to hit continue. So now it's asking for my fingerprint for the bio piece. And it redirected me correctly back to my application that's running. So now I'm going to go ahead and open the incognito browser. Once again, I'm going to open up our OAuth 2 authorized endpoint, and you'll see at the bottom we have our fingerprint device or key. So I can click that now. And it's going to prompt me just to select which person I'm trying to log in as. So I'm going to do Richard at example.com. And then I can submit this. And you'll see that the Brave browser says, oh, okay, authenticate yourself. And I can put that in. And here's Alex on Brave browser, which is perfect. I can select that as our passkey, and then I am in. And I can log in directly without having to type in a password, which is fantastic. And that's how you can set up FusionAuth with our passkey solution by adding a license key. I hope you love it. Thanks.